Resident Evil 6.
Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, introducing you to my Resident Evil 6 Professional Difficulty video walkthrough. This is the second section to Chapter 1 in the Leon campaign, and we are making our way out of this student building, I don't know, lecturer building, I'm not too sure what these places are. First time I played through this game, through this campaign, I did it with Aiden, we pulled an all-nighter, and it's all kind of a blur, so you'll have to bear with me. A couple of things to bear in mind too if you're playing with the AI instead of an actual human being. They're not too bad. They can't seem... I don't think they die. I don't think they need any kind of healing items. They don't ever run out of ammo. They don't have any trouble as far as, you know, what a human player would have. The only problem is they're not too eager to kill things as quickly as a human would, and she will also take her time when it comes to getting to the co-op doors, which can be extremely frustrating when you're trying to get to a door and there's an endless stream of zombies spawning and she's trying to kill them all. And then there's other times when there's plenty of them and you wanted to kill them and she just kind of stands there, so definitely something to get used to. Try not to get too frustrated with it or you'll just have a really bad time. Watch out for these bodies in this room because they are going to get up, and the ones on the floor do that, which is a little lunge. And if you know which one's going to do it, all you have to do is sidestep it and it will miss you, and then you can go and stomp them like I did then. The only problem is, until you learn how to do that on this game, you're going to get grabbed a lot. And it's the same with the zombies that run at you. The zombies now have this Michael Jordan leap that covers about 500 yards, and they bite you from it. But it's very easy to dodge once you know when it's coming, and whenever a zombie ever starts to move fast, that's what they're going to do. But the luxury is, to get that move off, they have to pause from their run and then activate the animation. It doesn't seem like they can seamlessly do it. So all you need to do, if you see somebody running towards you, a zombie, just start to either strafe to the left or the right. You can start to run if you want, that will definitely help you avoid it, but just strafe away from them. They'll do the flying attack and then go and stamp on them. Like, right there, that was quite lucky. I realised I was out of stamina, so I had to move away, and I managed to dodge his grab. Because as you can see, Leon's holding his side, I can't kick anymore. My mobility is, you know, decreased a little bit because I'm out of stamina. And a couple of cool things to know: when you heal yourself, it will actually completely reinstate all your stamina. I don't know how much it does on professional. I've not really looked, if I'm completely honest, but it is useful. And a couple of things to mention too: you'll notice when I aim down on the hood, it gives me the option to press Y and dual wield. Never dual wield. The only thing it's going to do is burn through all your ammo. I've done it. You get excited. You don't have any bullets at all. The healing in this game is kind of stupid. You have to go into the menu, mix the herbs and things, and then put them in your little tic-tac box, and then use them. The only things that are separate to this are the sprays, the first aid sprays, which he just uses like he did on the other game and just douses you with hairspray for some strange reason. You know, to keep those ridiculous curtains in that pattern that they always seem to be in these games. But coming through here, the alarm will always pretty much be set off, and you're going to face with a couple of zombies. These are nothing too bad if you dealt with that big room filled with tons of them, so you should get through this quite easily. Make sure you pick up the skill points. One thing I haven't mentioned is this is from a new game, so I do not have any of the skills yet. I will be equipping them as I buy them as we go through, and I will tell you which ones I get. And I think I'll probably just do what I did on my first playthrough, and I'll get Breakout, which makes it easier to get away from zombies when they grab you. It also makes the quick time events easier. I'm going to get probably Critical Hit, just because it's going to make melee attacks maybe better. Maybe my pistol will take some heads quicker, and then items drop more from zombies. I've not really had a chance to experiment with the skills, so don't really worry about them because they're not going to make or break your playthrough. You can use whatever you want. I'm tempted to put the melee one on because the melee on this game is so important. It's a real risk until you learn how the game tries to bullshit you. This is pretty much a quick time event sequence, so you're not really in any trouble. It's kind of interesting for about 30 seconds until you repeat it and you realise it's not that great at all. But crossfade signifies we're at the next section. These two hold a conversation, so I can't climb into the sewer, so we're just going to have to watch them for a couple seconds. And it's times like this when you realise that this game can look really nice, but there are other times when this game looks fucking ugly, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But we're entering some maintenance tunnels now that are going to lead to some train tunnels, and we're also going to be introduced to our first encounter with the zombie dogs. And the dogs in the past have been terrifying, absolutely terrifying. The dogs in this one are pretty stupid and not too bad at all. Like Resident Evil 4, those scary tentacle wolves or whatever they were awful. They were really scary. You actually feared fighting that enemy because they were scary. These dogs just kind of like beagles or something. They don't look scary at all. The pathing on them is really bad. They do take quite a lot of bullets. Oh, there he goes. Did you see him? Did you notice how he stopped after the run before he engaged his little jump? That's what I meant when I said he has to, stop briefly before he can do his animation. The first time I came through here, this was actually pretty tense because the lighting and the draw distance is intentional on this part, so you really can't see dudes until they're really close. Like, look at that. You could not tell that there was a group of zombies there. It's really hard to see them. This is a speed crawler. They can be really dangerous, so I'm not going to even hesitate. I just shot that guy. He has an axe in him, so if I do the quick shot, I should be able to hit him with the insta-kill move. We'll soon find out. Quick shot. There we go. Pulls the axe out and then caves his face in with it. I don't know why you can't continue to use the axe, and I don't know why that didn't kill him. Jesus Christ, that dude's got a chin on him. There's his little scream, which means he's going to do his running attack. But you'll notice she's not too bad at shooting them. She doesn't hit the head all that often, but, headshots on these games can be difficult. And a lot of you might have noticed that my aiming reticle is not the Resident Evil 6 one, because I think that aiming is absolutely fucking dog shit. I think it's terrible. What kind of aiming scheme has, ambient sway on the dot when you have it on an enemy, but doesn't have it when you're aiming everywhere else? That to me is just insanity. So I picked the laser sight from Resi 4 because it's the one that I've used and I'm used to using, and it's a fun way of aiming. No one at the controls. If you miss that quick time event just there, guys, you will die. It's happened to me frequently. And be really careful when you get up towards this flaming barrel on this next section, because to the right of it is a dog. You can just see him on the screen. Yeah, you want to go for headshots with the dogs to kill them quicker, but it can be really difficult just because of the nature of the animal. And he'll get up a couple times. You have to put some serious, lead into his face. And whenever he gets close to you like this, and he's probably going to jump, because this game doesn't utilise, him hitting you and doing a bit of damage, it just goes to a grab which does massive damage. I would recommend rolling. The commando roll on this game looks stupid. It's one of those things that is completely useless pretty much 100% of the time because it's just not done well. But whenever anything is close to you, it's a good idea to just do it to try and not take that hit that does so much damage. Like just then, he jumped over me because I did the silly roll, so that really, really helped. And it can look quite stylish at times, but it's just such a stupid, contrived mechanic that they've thrown in because you can't do the roll unless you're aiming your gun, and your mobility's already hindered when you're aiming. Some of the mechanics in this game seem to come from 10 years ago. It's the same thing that happened to Lost Planet 2. It really is. Although Lost Planet 2, there was an excuse. They did give it to a Western developer. But what this game reeks of to me is a Japanese developer that understands, what is expected of a Western game or certain elements that they've seen in these Western games, but not necessarily why it was there. They didn't really get why it was put in the game or how to do the mechanics of it. So this team has imitated Western game design into this Resident Evil, and it just feels clunky and contrived as if it's a mechanic that came from 10 years ago, and it makes certain parts feel fucking broken. And it's really, really sad. But I'm going to try and keep my bitching down to the minimum, because I could literally talk shit about this game for every single fucking part. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, and it saddens me that I say that, because I was really excited for this game. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope it's helping, and you take care now.